Hello, it's the Den Master back again to bring you another video. This time we will be doing three creepy stories that I found on the internet. I do not believe these are true, so I'm not going to put true in front. But these are some creepy stories that should really open your mind and just thrill you if you're into that scary stuff. First story is called The Little Girl in the Red Cape, posted by Kiko, was posted on 4/22/2011. A little girl's parents went out for a business dinner, so they hired a babysitter to watch her. "Can I have some ice cream?" the little girl, Holly, asked after supper. "Sure," said the babysitter. Beatrice said, "Where's the freezer?" "In the basement. So are the nuts, cherries, and candy and stuff." When she went down to get the ice cream, she looked out the window to see a little girl standing outside. This didn't strike her as too suspicious, and she simply brushed it off. After she had given Holly her ice cream, Holly asked, "Can I have some hot fudge on this, please?" "Of course," was the quick reply. After Beatrice went back down to the basement to receive the hot fudge, she looked back out the window to see the same little girl, only wearing a red cape. She absentmindedly wondered if the girl was playing dress-up as she trudged back upstairs. "Got it," she deadpanned after setting the hot fudge in the microwave and putting the thick chocolate goop on the ice cream. "Can I please have some nuts on this, please?" "Really? Really? Please?" "Fine," she sighed, already heading back down the stairs. As she got the nuts out of a small cabinet in the wall, she looked back out the window to see the same little girl in a red cape holding a knife. As she ran upstairs, she decided she was calling the police. "Ooh, thank you," Holly squealed happily from her perch on her pink Disney princess booster seat. Hey Holly, I need you to..." "Oh no, can I have a cherry on top, please?" Not wanting to alarm Holly, she decided that she would go to get the cherries, then call the police after locking herself and Holly in the bathroom. There's no way the little girl could get inside if the window and doors were all locked. After slowly descending down the stairs, she opened the freezer with shaky arms. Daring to peek out the window, she closed her eyes before staring out at the same little girl in the red cape holding the same knife was there, only the knife now had blood on it. Running upstairs, scared of what might awake, she checked on Holly. Holly was dead, a small pool of blood forming on the floor under her. She ran to the bathroom and locked the door behind her before dialing 911. When the police arrived, the tearful mother and father were with them. The mother approached Beatrice, sobbing uncontrollably. "What happened?" "Oh God, I'm sorry, oh God, I saw this little girl with this red cape and a knife outside your basement window." The mother said, We don't have any basement windows, only mirrors." The next story is called Creepy CD Saved My Life, posted by Green Day's Idiot. Date posted 09/13/2005. I had a really good friend named Annie. She had a band she sung in, and she was one of the greatest and one of the most protective people I knew. Her band wasn't famous, but her dad had a recording studio in their basement, so she recorded their first CD with the band there. Her very first CD was a gift for me on my birthday. and I hadn't listened to it yet. 3 days after my birthday, Annie was raped by her older brother, who's 17. He left the city, supposedly, and they didn't catch him. He always scared me, but I never said anything. She was only 13 when she died. The next day in the hospital, when I was sitting with her, she tried to speak and tell me something. But when she was raped, he choked her and damaged her throat so much she wouldn't be able to talk for a while. Before I left the hospital, a nurse had come up to me in the parking lot and told me she died, and gave me a note she wrote before she died. I was so depressed about it, I refused to touch her CD and note, which I left in my room. One night when I was home alone, I was thinking about her, so I decided to finally listen to the CD. There was a song on there called Painful Memory, a song she wrote about rape when a friend of hers was raped. Some of the chorus goes, "He tried to find you, he's upstairs." All of a sudden, the CD started skipping and continuously repeats, "He's upstairs, he's upstairs, he's upstairs." I thought it was kind of weird because I never listened to the CD and it didn't have any scratches, so I just put it back in and played the song again. When it came to the chorus, it skipped and repeated the same words again. I cleaned the CD and tried again. It still played the same words. I was scared now, so I locked my door and listened to the silence. I could hear boots walking down the hall. I looked in the keyhole and saw someone walking down the hall. I quickly called the police and they came. They found her 17-year-old brother hiding in the bathroom. He said he was waiting for me when they questioned him. The next day I found the note in the CD case when I put it. I opened it and read, "When my brother raped me, he told me he would rape you next. I promise no matter what, I won't let that happen. Love, Annie." And I think she kept the promise. He's upstairs. The third story is called Red Water, posted by Murder's House, date posted 06/25/2015. I was on a business trip about a year ago, and I had to drive from Denver to LA. It was a long drive, and I was growing tired of the road, so I stopped at the Holiday Inn hotel that was nearby. I walked up to the desk and rang the bell. Just seconds later, a man came out from the back room. "Hello, sir. My name is John Shelby," the man said. "How can I assist you?" "I'm looking for a room," I replied. "Are there any available?" He searched in his computer to see if a room was available. To my luck, there was one more room left. He gave me a key and told me to have a nice night. I asked him to point me towards a vending machine, and he did just that. When I walked to the vending machine craving a bag of chips, I noticed a pool at the end of the hall. A lot of hotels have pools. There's nothing strange about that. What got me confused was the fact that the water was red, blood red. I purchased my bag of chips and went back to the front desk where the man was. still present. "What's up with the pool back there?" I asked him. "What do you mean, sir?" he asked. A confused look had grown upon his face. "The water is red," I said. "Why is it red?" He took off his glasses and took a deep breath. "Well, it's a kind of freaky story," he said. "Years ago, a woman was found brutally murdered in that pool, and the water was contaminated with her blood." "Are you telling me that her blood is still in there?" No, of course not," he said. "The water was removed and the pool was closed down. But many people say they still see the pool filled with red water." He put his glasses back on. "Personally, I had never seen it, but I think this hotel likes to play tricks with your mind." "So, this place is haunted then?" He shook his head yes. I was shocked. Not really scared, but just surprised, because I had never had an experience like that before. I went up to my room, took a well-needed hot shower, and I lay in bed. I couldn't sleep for some reason. My mind was so curious, and it had so many questions that needed answers. I got out of bed, put on a shirt, and I walked out into the hallway. I walked down the hall and headed toward the pool. It was quiet out in the halls. I guess nobody else had trouble sleeping. I was laughing at myself when I realized I was in my underwear. So, it was a good thing nobody was out in the halls at that time. I did believe that I saw a woman cross from one room to the other. I didn't think anything of it at the time. I just figured it was another guess. When I reached the floor of the pool, I was able to see the bloody red water, even from way down the hall. I passed the front desk, nobody was there. I then passed the vending machine, and I stopped directly in front of the door that would lead to the pool. I tried the door, but it was locked. I don't think I would have gone in even if it wasn't. I looked through the large window that showed the blood-contaminated pool. It looked as if the pool had been closed for a long time. I looked behind me down in the hall to the elevator. I was imagining a scene from The Shining when the stream of blood came shooting out of the elevator. I had a feeling that I would see something similar to that, but I didn't. Instead, I saw a woman standing at the edge of the pool and looking as if she was about ready to jump in. She was drenched in blood, and cuts all over her body were completely visible. When she snapped her head my way, I jumped back in fear, and I walked back to my room as fast as I could, taking the stairs next to the vending machine instead of the elevator. Hours later, I woke up to my alarm going off. I took a shower, threw on some clothes, and I walked down to the first floor for breakfast. After breakfast, I was ready to check out and get back on the road. I decided to take one last look at the pool before I left. I walked slowly past the front desk, past the vending machine, and to the pool. I was still freaked out by what happened the night before, so I looked through the window. I was surprised to see that the pool was empty. There was no red water. There was no woman. I walked back to the front desk where a woman was working. "Is John Shelby available?" I asked. She gave me a confused look. "Excuse me?" she said. "John Shelby," I repeated. "He was working here last night." "John Shelby died back in 1982, she said. "He killed himself after murdering a woman right there in that pool." She laughed. "Is that a joke, sir?" "Yeah," I said, forcing out a laugh. "It was just a joke." I returned my key and I left the building. I got back on the road, never forgetting about what had happened that night in that hotel.